now the descriptive writing is basically introduced in the phase 2 exam of finance management as well as economics and social issues. So what do you think that how a student can prepare for the descriptive writing? Apart from that, what you think that are the good elements of a good descriptive answer?
So I think preparation for the descriptive part comes when you are actually reading. Because when you're solving MCQs, you probably will look at very uh, values and quantities and those sort of stuff. But when you are reading for descriptive, you basically are trying to know the concept in a whole. So if I am to go about it, I would say one should prepare for descriptive and then jump on to objective. Because if you are conceptually clear, you will be able to solve certain set of questions. I'm not talking about economic questions here because they are solely current based. But at least talking about finance management, that is my take. Secondly, how an answer should be. I think intro, body, conclusion is something that works in almost all set of questions because this is the most simplest format. One. Second, you end up covering most of the things that you're supposed to write. Second thing is I wrote all my answers in point form. I did not prefer paragraphs because it particularly becomes easier for examiner to see what all you have written if you have mentioned the points and how many points you have written. Thirdly, specifically in management, I wrote examples for every point that I wrote, and I think that worked in my favor because I ended up scoring decent marks in FM descriptive. So I feel if you can maybe frame your own examples. So for my preparation, I refer to EduTap mind maps and the model answers that were given with the course. But I couldn't recall the examples there because I had particularly maybe revised them once. So I knew the point, but I couldn't recall the examples. But because of my understanding, I could write examples on my own. And I think that definitely would have helped me. And quoting examples also helps the examiner to know that you probably haven't just learned things, but you have also understood them. So I think that definitely gives one edge. Other than that, now this is I really found it important because in my ESI paper, my keyboard had stopped working, so I had to get it changed and then get another keyboard which was also not functioning well. So all my answers were short of word limit. Whereas in FM paper, except one question, all my answers were well within the word limit or maybe plus minus 10-20. So I think content is the king definitely, but word limit also has certain role to play because my ESI descriptive went on a very low edge, and there's been a drastic difference between both the scores. One is 25, other is 40. So I think there is a role that word limit also plays. So if people are not accustomed to typing on the keyboard, maybe get a keyboard and type. So of course the keyboards that you are going to get there are going to be very different and weird, but still you would know how the keyboards operate. So